Hello, friends. Welcome back. Welcome back. Or if this is your very first time, welcome. My name is Megan, and this is my mess. This mess today is not the worst mess I've ever had for a weekend tidy or a weekend reset or whatever we're calling it these days. But I think there was plenty of material to work with. So we are just going to go through what it looks like when I'm kind of just resetting the house for the weekend. The first thing I usually do, it kind of goes back and forth. Sometimes I start with the kitchen table because it usually is the thing that bothers me the most. But when I'm being smart, I start here in the bedroom and take all of the bedding down to the washing machine. Because then, as my friend Beth likes to say, the washing machine can work for me while I am doing other work. I think that's what she said. Or maybe I don't know. I don't know where I got that. It really doesn't matter. But it's a great concept and I think it's true. I like to have the dishwasher running and I like to have the washing machine running while I'm cleaning and doing other things because then it's all just working together for the greater good and it feels good. What I'm doing right here, uh, duvet covers. All right, let's talk about duvet covers. Let's just get right into the controversial stuff here. I'm not a huge fan of duvet covers. And the reason is what I'm doing right here is really tedious and annoying. I don't like that you have to tie the little corner things to the corners of the duvet or comforter. I don't know, duvet sounds a little pretentious, but I don't like that you have to tie all the corners. I am really annoyed by this process. However, I also don't like having to wash the comforter every single week. And we have dogs and a toddler who all share the bed with us. And so I mean, we have to wash everything that touches the external world. So if I don't want to have to wash the actual comforter every single week, then a duvet cover is the answer. So I don't know. I put this one back on recently because I was tired of washing all the time. But yeah, I think I'm in this moment as you're seeing me deal with it. I think I was regretting my choices, but that's all right. We just do what we have to do. Also, I would like to point out that this outfit is possibly one of the least flattering things I could wear on camera. And I don't know why I don't put more thought into this. I don't know. Like whenever I'm about to do a video or whenever I'm about to clean, I think I just sort of sorry, I will get back to being unflattered. But that okay, this corner over here is not great. I'm gonna clean that up a little bit. Um, but it's better than it was before my last massive cleanup, so that's good, before my rage clean. But the dresser, the top of the dresser over there that we just took a peek at, I am so proud of that. I decided a couple of weeks ago that I was going to keep that area clean and, no matter what happened, that was going to be my mission. Oh, also, don't watch me putting stuff in that drawer. I really need to clean out those drawers, but don't watch. Don't pay attention to that. But yeah, I'm really, really proud of myself for keeping the dresser clear because that's a big task. I feel like that is a close second to the dining room table, which is continuously a disaster. All right, see, that didn't take that long to clean up. Excellent. Good work, Megan. Gold star for me. But yeah, look at that dresser. Look at that dresser. It is a work of art. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. It is cleared off. And here I am hefting the laundry down to the basement laundry room. And here we are magically through the magic of editing. We are in the basement putting the laundry in the washing machine. I think I've mentioned this before. I haven't had a sleep mask. I don't know where that came from. I don't know if that was something my mom left when she was here a couple weeks ago, or if that was Amari's. I don't know. I don't know where the sleep mask came from, but Amelia thought it was amazing and super fun. That was hard to wrestle away from her when she was trying to go to sleep the other night. She's 2, so going to sleep with a sleep mask is really not an option because I don't want her to be strangled in her sleep. But you can't really explain that to toddlers. I feel like toddlers, well, A, obviously they're completely irrational because they're new. They don't understand life. And B, I think toddlers honestly just have an innate death wish. I really do. I really, really do. I think like their whole purpose in life is to try and off themselves. And parents, our whole job is to try and prevent that from happening. So I had an epic battle with Amelia on the night that she decided she wanted to wear the sleep mask because she thought that the sleep mask is meant to be worn while you're asleep, which is true if you're an adult who probably isn't going to choke to death from a sleep mask. But as a mom to a 2-year-old, I just didn't feel comfortable. Just didn't feel comfortable letting her wear that to bed. So that was fun. Um, what are we doing here? So yeah, so let's backtrack. So this is the basement. If you guys have been with me for a little bit, you have seen the basement. I did a massive basement cleanup. Well, I've done several, but I did one a few weeks ago for when my mom was coming to visit because she stayed down here. And my dad is actually coming in a few weeks for Thanksgiving. So he's going to be down here. So my thought is to just clean this up. I don't know, as I go, as I go, I don't know. I don't think this quite counts as cleaning as I go because this is more like cleaning up once a week or, whenever I have time and I notice that this little hutch thing is getting crazy, then I'll tidy it up. So it's not exactly cleaning as I go, but this is about as close to cleaning as I go as I'm gonna get. Oh, I'm putting away the beach bag and the picnic blanket. Goodbye. I think I'm admitting now that we are towards the end of October that summer has gone. Goodbye. And yeah, just tidying this area up. Also, with that box, I think if you were watching, you may have noticed. Oh yeah, we got Amelia. Amelia got a brand new snowsuit, and it is massive. I have no idea if it's even going to work because it's really big, but that's okay. But if you were watching the video, while I was chatting, you would see that I had a pair of high heels in my hands that I didn't know what to do with. And the reason that I emptied that box out, that cardboard box, was to put the high heels in there to donate because I, as discussed before, do not need high heels for any occasion at all, ever. I do not wear high heels. So I need to just get rid of them because they're taking up space and the only thing that happens to them is that Amelia takes them out of the shoe drawer, shoe rack, whatever that thing is, and then puts them on the floor. And then I have to put them away. So might as well get rid of them. And I think there were a few other things that I might have decided to get rid of while I was down here. So I think, if I can kind of address the issues in this area once a week or a couple times a week and just get rid of things as I go that way, I think I'm going to be pretty solid soon. Like, I don't think I'm going to have any content for you pretty soon because my house is going to be perfect. My house will just be absolutely stunning and perfect and I don't know what I'm going to film once it's like that. So, let's see. Let's see how it goes. No, I'm just kidding. I am far, far, far from perfect, but I am working towards it. And I have noticed that each of these areas that you're seeing in this video, like this video is a little bit shorter than some of my other weekend cleanup videos. And it's not just an editing issue, like it is actually because it took me less time. It actually took me less time. Like most of this video today is in real time, not sped up. Um, Again, watching me in this super unflattering shirt that I did not think to change before I started filming myself. Uh, and so yeah, I think it's working. I think being committed to tidying up at least once a week is working. And decluttering is working. I know I haven't had like a major decluttering episode in a while. I did kind of declutter some of Amelia's toys in the fall declutter video last week, but I haven't done like a massive, massive declutter lately, but I am just doing these tiny little projects along the way, right? Like I noticed the high heels. I'm never going to use the high heels. Okay, let's get rid of them. Uh, all right. Okay. This area is looking much better. Good job. All the shoes are in order. The jackets are in order. Laundry's put away. This spot is a little chaotic. I need to wash that comforter again, but I think I'll just do it right before my dad comes so it smells nice and fresh when he gets here. Oh, and now we're back upstairs. Hello, Archie, adorable little pup, taking a little stretch. Hi, friend. Oh, I love his cute little nose. So here we have the living room. It's really not bad. It's really, really not bad. And a part of why it's not bad is that Ed actually vacuumed and Ed took care of the living room. You will not see him on camera in this video, but he did. He was the one who took care of the living room. And then this dining table is a disaster as per usual. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. That's my craft bag. We've got a binky. We've got some hand towels on the floor. Oh yeah, now we've got my corner. That corner was supposed to be the solution. Here's Willow. Welcome in. Hi, Wells. Yes, her nose is very cute too. So cute. A giant empty box of beets, marshmallows, AirPods, snacks, a unicorn lamp, dishes. This is what happens. So we went on a date this last weekend when I was filming this. We went on a date night on Saturday evening, and oh, I'm making some soup. I forgot. That was so good. I've been making vegetable soup a lot lately. Highly recommend. I'm on a diet. Vegetable soup from scratch is super low calorie and super filling. Definitely, you should try it if you haven't lately. Where was I? Oh yeah, so Ed and I went on a date, which was a rarity. We never, 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 never go on dates. I think, oh, and this is also the next morning apparently because I am now wearing my Christmas pajamas, which the top is slightly more flattering, so you're welcome. You don't have to stare at the other the other shirt anymore. But yes, I am wearing a green top and my Christmas pajamas. So happy holidays, everybody, even though we are still in October. But date night, yes, yes, yes. So we never go on dates, okay? When we started dating, Amari was, I think, 6. Like, yeah, he was maybe 6 and a half. No, he had just turned 6. I don't know, whatever. He was 6. And and Ed was single for a long time, and so I don't know, we just never really went out alone. We did a lot of stuff all together just out of necessity. And so throughout our entire relationship, we have never had a lot of alone time. We've never been accustomed to having a lot of alone time. In fact, we still to this day have not gone on a honeymoon together alone. So I don't know. Anyway, so we went on a date. We went to see Shane Smith, a comedy show, which was awesome. I love him. He's really funny. If you're familiar with him, you may have seen him on Dry Bar Comedy. Uh, he's super, super funny. But anyway, we went to go see him. We went to a restaurant. It was amazing. But the price that we paid for that is that we didn't really have time to clean up this kitchen area, or run the dishwasher when we got home, or, just do any of the normal stuff that we do in the evenings to kind of wind down the kitchen. So we didn't do any of that. the night on Saturday night that we went out. And then the other price that we paid was I had done a whole cleanup and declutter of Amelia's room literally on Saturday morning. Uh, and I put that video out last week. This is the next day. And when we came home that Saturday night, the room was trashed, like already completely garbage. You'll see it in a little bit. Uh, and so so yeah, so it was a hot mess express, which is fine. That means Amelia had a great time with her older sister. Ed has an adult daughter from a prior relationship, so she is amazing. We're so happy to have her. She really loves Amelia and Amari, and she's an amazing big sister to them and hangs out with them and is great with them. And she watched them while Ed and I got a date, which is great. But when we have a babysitter, the only thing that they're doing is watching Amelia and keeping her happy, which is 100% the goal. But the rest of everything is just a hot mess. Like it's just a disaster. Such a disaster. So here I am on Sunday morning dealing with all of the dishes and all of the stuff on the table. And yes, Amelia found a chapstick, which she dropped on the floor about 47 times. And I had to clean dog hair off of it 47 times. And I don't know, like I should have when I was going through the editing, like I wish I would have taken that big beat box um and broken it down and put it in the recycling bin before I started filming because it was featured very prominently in that last scene and it was unnecessary. So yeah, here I am just washing all the dishes. I don't know about you guys, but that drying area in the sink, is there a solution to that? Because it drives Ed absolutely bonkers when that is full all the time. But I don't really know how to, like, okay, let's stop. I'm not stupid, okay? I'm not an idiot. I do know that I could get a dish rag and dry things out as I go. But as discussed earlier in this video, I'm not good at doing things as I go. Okay. I am more of a set it and forget it kind of gal. So I'm not really sure like what to do. Like okay, fine. Like yes, I could keep a clean dish rag and I could just dry everything. Or maybe I could teach Amelia how to dry everything and then we could just put it away right away. That would be fine. You know what? Maybe that is the solution. All right, let's talk about slow living. Let's talk about slow living. So I watch my friend Emily. She has a channel. Her name is Authentic Living with Emily, Emilie. I love it so much. That's how Amelia's name is spelled too, Emilia. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm a better writer of names and spelling than I am of saying it. But anyway, I follow this friend, Amelia, Emily. Shoot. Okay. I am malfunctioning. I am literally short circuiting as we speak. But I refuse to stop. I refuse to stop. So you get to hear all of the behind the scenes chaos. All right. Slow living. Let's talk about it. Authentic Living with Emily. My friend Emily talks about slow living and being mindful and being present and not rushing all the time. And the school that I take Amari and Amelia to is also a big proponent of slow living and being present and mindful and having, not a lot of clutter around and stuff. And I really think there is something to that because when we get down to it, right? My problem with this area of the sink that you can kind of see in the bottom left corner, the drying rack, the problem with it is that I always feel like I'm in a hurry I guess this is the problem with my whole house. I always feel like I'm in a rush to do something else. And so rather than see, like here I am distracted right now. Amelia just asked for some juice, so I gave her some juice. Mixed with water, by the way, lest ye judge. Please don't judge me. Or judge me. I don't care. Whatever, I guess. But I'm always in a rush. I am always trying to get on to the next thing. I am never present where I am or happy with exactly where I am. So, like, doing the dishes feels like something that I just want to get through, get it over with, and then walk away. And oh, there finally, geez Louise, there goes the beatbox. And my last lone apple. I have a story about that apple. I don't know if I'll have time for it, but it is a sad story. Um, so yeah, and then I was second guessing putting the AirPods in my pocket because I was like, why would I want to do that when I could put it somewhere meaningful that wasn't gonna bother me every time I walk around? Yeah, I'm just trying to declutter like these little tchotchkes that I always ignore. I just always leave these things on the counter, and that's why it looks cluttered. So I'm gonna take them away now. I'm going to deal with those things. But yeah, slow living. So I'm trying to put into practice this idea of just being at peace with where I am in the moment and not rushing. And I do believe if I would be willing to embrace that, which, oh, those apples were deceased. Uh, if I would be willing to embrace just being where I am right now and completing a task without thinking ahead to what was next, I might I might be able to have a tidy and clutter-free home. I might be able to have a dish rack that wasn't constantly cluttered and full. Because if I was open to, for instance, including Amelia in that task and not caring how long it was going to take, then maybe things would just be done as I go. I don't know why the concept of cleaning as I go is so difficult. I really don't. Like, I keep trying to say it out loud so that I can accept it and embrace it, but I'm really struggling. Uh, and here, like, this would have been a great opportunity to include Amelia, to invite her in to my process instead of like forging ahead and steamrolling because she's getting agitated here. And to be honest with you, I cut out a whole part where she was losing her mind because I wasn't engaging with her. And don't worry, Ed was also home. Like I wasn't just ignoring her and there was no other adult. Like there was another capable adult there. So don't, and that whole mail situation on top of the fridge, maybe we'll deal with one day as well. Uh, but yeah, if I could have taken that opportunity to include Amelia and have her help me dry the dishes and put them away and just like not care if I was gonna get done soon, I think I would have been way better off. Amelia would have been happy. Uh, and I probably would have felt more satisfied and less irritated, to be honest with you. So that's something I'm gonna start trying to incorporate more, I think. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. And like Amelia's school, they talk a lot about inviting children to participate with you, like with your tasks. So instead of feeling like, you have to play with them, whatever they want to play, or, like she was asking me to read a book right that minute. Instead of doing that, I could have invited her to connect with me in a different way that was going to be productive, like that would have allowed me to continue to be productive, but also connect with her. Do you know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. So her school talks a lot about that, and that combined with authentic living with Emily talking about slow living and just not being in a rush and being like where you are when you're there. I think I think I'm onto something, but it is so tough sometimes to switch modes. I don't know about you, but I feel like even when I don't have somewhere to be or something that I'm tasting the soup. It was very good. I think it was done at that point. Vegetable soup doesn't take that long to cook either, guys. It's super simple, low maintenance, tastes delicious. You don't even need, I think I did use like a chicken stock for this one, but you can just use water and salt. Like it doesn't have to be anything special. And like I said, it's super filling. I usually put carrots and zucchini, onion, and then beets, since I had so many beets. And I think in this one, I also put some canned corn that I had, like not the cream corn, but just regular like corn that was in water. Um, it was really good. It was a good soup. So yeah, I don't know. That's what I've been mulling over lately. Is just trying to be more present. And oh yeah, the rushing. Like yeah, even if I don't have to be somewhere, I still feel this like in oh, the toddler apple. Do you guys have this with toddlers? If you've had toddlers in the past or you currently have toddlers, do they eat apples like that? She has started refusing to let me cut her apples into slices. Like she will just destroy an apple and just bite little nibbles out of it. Oh, there's my purse from the night, our date night. Just cleaning that out. Putting that away, that won't get used again for a while. Let's not leave the wallet in there. Um, but yeah, so anyway, I'm sorry. This is a really challenging. I'm having a hard time staying on track because I'm trying to talk about concepts while also talking about what I'm doing in the video. And that is a tricky line to walk, if I'm being honest. I, we're celebrating all the holidays here. We've got Christmas stuff, we've got Halloween stuff, we've got everything. Yeah, this like hangers? Why? Why are there hangers on the table? I don't know. Who knows? Putting the craft bag away, winter hat, just put it all away. What else do we have? Yeah, so I hope I hope moving forward I can be more mindful of slowing down and just reminding myself like there's no need to hurry. I don't have to hurry. 9 times out of 10, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. So I mean, sometimes we do, of course, like every family has stuff that you do, right? But and on this day, I don't think we had anywhere to be. I think the only thing that I really wanted to do was take a walk at some point, but other than that, it was open. There's no need to hurry, no need to rush, no need to forge ahead like a steam train, steam engine. I don't know. I don't know what words mean. Oh, what else? Mail. Man, I do need to address our mail problem. Maybe here's a couple video ideas. You guys tell me what you want to see next, but if you have a good mail system, okay, lately I am really not asking for a lot of advice because I feel like there's things that's like, well, I already know, I just don't do it. But this is one thing that I don't know. I really genuinely do not know. So I'm going to specifically ask you for your advice. How do you handle mail? How do you handle mail? Because I am somebody who, for most of my life, has just ignored mail, most like pretty much just ignored it. Lately, my progress in this area has been that I will separate mail when I first bring it in. And I will actually throw away any obvious garbage like junk mail or flyers or, like anything that I know, credit card offers, all that kind of stuff. I immediately like rip it up and throw it away. So I do feel like I have a better handle on that. However, when I get updates on like my retirement plan from a job that I had 6 years ago, or I get like, I don't know, just stuff that I know I probably shouldn't throw away, but but stuff that I'm not really sure what to do with. Uh, I just put it in this bin that we have now. It was supposed to be a mail organizer, but it's not now. It is now just a mail bin that is a complete disaster. So, and then my husband never goes through his mail. Like, I don't know the last time that he's opened a piece of mail. Honestly, I really, really don't. So, help. Please help us. I think we need an intervention. The only thing, like, when I know that I'm getting something that I actually want in the mail, then I pay attention, of course. Or like I do keep an eye out. I really want to be on a jury so bad, so bad. You guys, I listen to so much true crime. The Sarah Boone trial just ended. If you follow that, holy cannoli. I love true crime. I love our legal system or learning about it, I guess. And watching how court works and just all of that. So I am really, really hoping to get on a jury someday. And I have still never been called. I have never gotten a jury summons, except I think once I still had my driver's license based in California for a long time after I moved to Illinois. Shh, don't tell anyone, please. It was highly illegal. But I kept renewing my driver's license in California after I moved to Illinois because I think I had a fantasy that I would move back to California someday. Anyway, so I did get a jury summons like that once that showed up at my parents' house. And obviously, I couldn't serve jury duty in California when I was living in Illinois. So my parents had to like reply to the summons and say that I was, not in the state or whatever. But I really haven't gotten one since I moved to Illinois. And I keep an eye out all the time. That's the only piece of mail that I look for is something from my local county asking me to please come and serve jury duty. I honestly, like I don't care if I lose money on the deal. I don't care if I have to get a babysitter. Like I want to be on a jury. Is that crazy? I don't know. My husband had to be on a jury recently and he hated it. Like it was not for him. He was annoyed. He didn't get along with the other jurors. Like he felt like the person was guilty and everyone else like felt bad for the guy and wanted to let him go. And so finally my husband was like, forget it. Like I guess he's innocent. Like whatever, let's just go home. It's been a long day. So I don't know. I hope I don't get in a situation like that, but man, I would really like to serve on a jury. I don't know. Have you guys been on jury duty? Did you like it? Did you hate it? I know everybody wants to avoid it. Like it's a huge joke, right? It's a common joke that like, "Oh, my grandma's sick. I have to take care of her." Like, "Oh no." Or, "Oh, I'm very biased. Please don't pick me." But like I really like I feel like I would lie in the opposite direction. Like, "No, I'm very unbiased. Please, like I'm fine. I don't watch true crime podcasts all day on YouTube." No. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I just want to. But yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comments how your experience was with jury duty if you've done it. And also your advice on mail situations like sorting and organizing. And yeah, that's the advice and opinion that I would like from you in the comment section. Thank you very much. That was like the weirdest request for like, please comment. Sorry, that was really random and weird. I'm also, it made me think of the assignment I have in my therapy group. I know the video's ending soon. It's fine. We're loopy. It's okay. But I'm in a therapy group and we have assignments, and my assignment right now is called Be Demanding. And so I'm practicing just being like really direct with people and telling them exactly what I want. So I would like you to tell me how to figure out my mail situation, and I would like you to tell me about jury duty. That's it, the end. And here is my beautiful, clean enough kitchen. It's not perfect, but it was all right for a little weekend reset. It was fine. It was great. I didn't get to the nitty gritty of the stove, but that's acceptable for today. And what else am I going to show you? I can't see on my editing software what's coming ahead. Oh, Roar. And there is my corner. I didn't have the energy to deal with that, so that is still my corner. And this is the disaster I was telling you about. That after, like, literally, I just cleaned it, and this is what it looks like. But that's okay. It only took, honestly, like 2 or 3 minutes to clean up. It wasn't that bad. It just looks bad because it's a small space. All right, guys, I think that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. I love the community that we are building here on the YouTube channel. If you would like even more personalized attention and feedback and just interaction with me and other people who also have the same, values and goals, please join us in the Millennial Meg Growth Group on Facebook. I will have a link in the description. I would love to see you there. We are having so much fun over there, encouraging one another in our goals. So thanks so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.